Hi, my name is Kailash Ramakrishnan, and I'm in the 10th grade. I would like to start by saying that I finally trust the process. It was a long way to get there, but I finally made it, and I think that's something to celebrate because trusting the process, it's really hard, like extremely, extremely difficult, and I'll tell you exactly why. I mean, when you think about successful people like Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs, you think they get there from lots and lots of hard work and supposedly trusting the process. And you'd attribute those successes to superficial things like intelligence, charisma, maybe, and college degrees. Well, none of the people I just mentioned actually went to college. Most of them, well, all of them, dropped out of college to pursue their business ventures. And what does that say? That says that these superficial things aren't really the biggest contributors to their overall economic success. In reality, it's their ability to endure numerous adversaries. They went through the desert and they came out on top because they were able to fight through it. So, what am I trying to get at? Most people, they think trusting the process is easy, and that's the exact problem. Trusting the process isn't easy. They look at the superficial coding and they don't go deeper. And this is what prevents them from reaping the true benefits of trusting the process. So, I'll give myself as an example. I sing, I perform, and first thing about singing, you have to be good to actually perform well for people to actually show up. And boy, was I really bad at the beginning, like nails on chalkboard type of bad. But with an astonishing amount of hard work, I managed to get there. And I like to say now that I am a pretty good singer. And you know why? I trusted the process. I trusted that every facet of my voice would smooth out if I just kept chipping at it, even when I had no faith that my voice would ever be close to the professionals that I was seeing on stage. And that is what really made me, nails on chalkboard. Now, I think I am a pretty amazing singer. So, where does that leave me? Well, I kind of described it really superficially as well, but it goes deeper than that. I faced numerous challenges, numerous days where I didn't want to work, where I wanted to quit. And you know what? I don't blame myself. In fact, I would say that the human anatomy is built to think that long-term successes aren't possible. When you think about hormones like dopamine rewards the short-term successes rather than long-term effort. And you know what? That's a good thing, but it doesn't help when those short-term successes are unattainable. And human nature, it prides itself on the perfect plan. When you go astray from that plan, what happens? We get scared. We start to think about quitting, moving on to the next thing, and really hoping that we can go one straight shot to the next point. That is the biggest fall. This is what I like to call the no man's land, the no man's territory, and that is the biggest problem. And you know what gets you out of the no man's territory? Trusting the process, hoping that everything will come out okay without the tangible victories. And that is what lifted me out of the trusted process. And know that you are under construction. You are a building that will turn into a beautiful skyscraper with that kind of thing. Thank you. That was me.